Could you tell me a little bit about Exyn?
Yes, yeah. So we're a startup company. We spun out of the University of Pennsylvania's GRASP Labs in 2014. We specialize in autonomous robots that can fly without GPS or prior maps or a pilot in the loop or anything really. You can you plan a mission on the tablet, you press play, and the robot takes off and flies completely autonomously. Navigating in real time, building a map in real time. It uses its own SLAM pipeline to orient itself in space and detect objects and fly completely autonomously.
Yeah, so you said in a non-GPS environment. So
Yes.
What type of environments are you talking about?
Yes, so our main customer use case right now is in mining. So they blast these cavities underground and essentially used to be used where a person would stand close to the edge and have to extend a LiDAR into it. And you can see this is actually a previous scan. So the area that it missed from that.
Is this a...
what's called a stope underground, yeah.
Got it. So this is the cavity underground.
Exactly, yeah, and you can see how the single point LiDAR misses a lot of these places. So when we fly our robots in here, we get a better volumetric analysis of the stope.
Yeah.
And then mining companies use that for tracking progress about like how much they're doing. They also have to report those numbers to their local governments.
So
and
this is the data that you guys capture.
Exactly,
like
yes.
Printed out, small scale.
Yep.
Maybe what?
And that's probably something that's like 40 meters wide by like 100 meters tall.
Okay, so it's very large.
Yes, large spaces.
Cavities that they're creating. Awesome. And so with the SLAM and the visualization, how much of this is what you guys developed, and how much is partnerships with other companies where you're fusing the knowledge together?
Yeah. So we have done all of our work in-house. Like we're purely a software company. People get confused because they see drones on our website and they think we sell drones, and we do. Like we sell it as a fully realized product, but we're actually partnering with a company called Easy Aerial. They're based out of New York. So this is our prototype platform right now, where we're just integrating our autonomy stack. That's basically what's underneath. But it's all developed by Exyn. We have our own software for viewing point clouds, for planning missions, but the autonomy is entirely ours.
Okay. So you said there's an autonomy stack underneath here.
Yes.
So that's a hardware stack that you guys, that is a piece of hardware you guys developed.
Yes, well, it's off-the-shelf hardware. Okay. We're using like an Intel NUC to power it. We did design an interface board for like routing power and some other specific things. We also have a patent around the gimbal rotation that we use to kind of create a 360-degree view. That would be a lot for the robot to kind of deal with if we were sending that torque gimbal speed through there. So we had to develop a way to plan that out in the motion and controls.
Yeah. So what is this thing you just grabbed?
Yeah, so this is our Exyn Pack. It's basically a handheld version of our mapping payload. No autonomy on board, but you get a full 3D model. This also, the benefit here is that you have cameras on either side, so it captures RGB information and then overlays it on the point cloud in real time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So just to get a closer look at this, you've got these two large cameras.
Yeah, we have two fisheyes.
Two fisheyes, 180 degree each. So you're making a 360 degree video out of this.
Yep.
And then you have the LiDAR in the middle, and
so it's painting points in a 3D model, and then we're sending RGB information to those exact points.
Got it. So that's how you're making a RGBD.
Exactly.
Point cloud.
Yeah. And so that's more used for like the construction markets, for infrastructure inspection. They want to be able to see the wall and see like what's going on, what we need to fix, what's rusting, what's corroding. Mining or other places where they're just interested in the map, color isn't that much of a big deal there. It's obviously super dark underground, so lighting doesn't necessarily work with RGB cameras.
The data I don't know, how much does that cut the data down if you remove the RGB channel?
Not that much, surprisingly. For every minute that the robot's flying, the log files that we have are 1 gig. Because it's capturing a huge amount of points. The LiDAR gets around 300,000 points per second, so it's a massive data set. We're also recording everything that's happening on board the robot, mainly for our purposes, just to help diagnose if there's an issue or even just fine-tune and make the robots fly better.
Yeah. So who's your target customer?
Man, that's a great question. So right now, mining companies, obviously, it's a proven use case, so it's very easy to kind of go to them. And customers are just like, if you have critical data that you need to capture for your business, but you're sending people into harm's way to do it, like oil and gas, energy, like you have to monitor a pipeline, and so some guy has to drive out in a truck in the middle of the wilderness and have to like walk up and down this pipeline to check things. It's much easier if we can just send an autonomous robot to go and do it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.